Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we are going to be working on the bridge, the forward section of the ship, to basically make it not look like this, because currently it's the only thing that actually needs to be done for this entire ship to be done. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Everything is done, nearly. Just a few cosmetic stuff on the outside. A paint job, and that should be it. I'd probably have to get rid of that sprue at some point. So all facilities are operational except for the fact that we can't have a control area where we can control everything from one location instead of, you know, remote control, because that's a bit stupid. I mean, look at the amount of groups there are. We're going to need something to help with that, which means we're going to add a bridge, and it's got all command consoles and buttons and things like that. And they're all labelled, which is going to be fun. But to begin with, we need to have the bridge room kind of designed and laid out in terms of its hull signature. I'm just throwing random words in here, but I think you get the point. So, what I'm thinking for the bridge is we use these sloped ones. These half-sloped ones, if I can actually get it in the correct location. There we go. Right. So if we have it going down like this, yeah. So we can continue going down like this. Come on. Frame rate is a bit gnarly because of the planet in the background, but that will change when I face a different direction like this. It drops. Well, it increases from 15 to something like 30, which is pretty good. Yeah, so I don't know how far we want to go with this. Let's have a look. That far should do. Yeah, that works. So most of this bit is going to be armor plate, and then after this area we're going to have a thing that goes round the, like a band that goes around the middle, that's going to be windows and everything. So we just need to duplicate that on the other side. Right, let's extend it this way. I've turned off the shipyard so that it doesn't lag my game and so that I can actually do things without it annoying me so much, because it just goes, oh hey, you placed a block. Okay, I'll finish that block that you've just placed, even though you might want to delete it later. Stupidly helpful that thing is, which is why I've turned it off. We do have a second med room as well, which is kind of fun, and we've also got all the teleporters hooked up. So the last thing that we need is an actual way to control all the other things that require control groups. Yeah, that should be it. Extend along this way. Excellent. Okay, so then I just need to fill all that in, and that should be good. Right. And now we've got the difficult part of trying to get the sides done so that it doesn't look absolute rubbish. Well, like absolute rubbish, because it might anyway. Okay. So we're going to need to use these 2x1 corners, like so. In a kind of this pattern. Yeah. And then those will go down to the same level, so he just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go down to this level. Okay. So we get down here. Yeah, so that will make a corner, and then what do we want next? Okay, so this is going to be a bit complicated, as I have no clue what the hell it's going to look like at the end. So I'll be back in a second once I have found out what this actually looks like. Okay, so we've reached this point, which is useful. and I've also filled it in, so we've got this side. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one half this episode, and then I'll mirror it onto the other half between this episode and next one, because I believe that this is going to take more than an episode. So the next thing that we need to do is we kind of need a base kind of thing. So I don't know how high this is going to be. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 might do. I want it lower than the current top bit of here, because I want it. If you've played Star Wars: The Old Republic, the Republic capital ships have a bridge section, which you'll usually see. That's the kind of bridge section that I want. So basically, you've got you basically walk in. There's stairs going down to the left and right that go down onto the main floor. The main floor carries tons of consoles and computers and everything. And then at the very end, you've got stairs going up, and that will be the kind of front section where the captain will be. That's kind of the thing that I'm going for here, if you didn't know. Obviously the bridge doesn't need to be that long. It's actually going to be pretty wide, so we don't need it to be long. So how far did I go down here? I do not remember, so let's just expand this way. Right, just finish this. Now, not all of this is going to be window, so there's going to be 1 or 2 blocks, or 1 block on the top that's not going to be there, and like up to the regular floor setting of everything else. In fact, I might not have the going up bit. I'm not sure right now, but I will be later. Right, so the next confusing part of our tale is how the hell we get things to places where they need to be. Now that is pretty cryptic, but what I mean is we need to get this edge and this edge to line up with this edge along here. So that's going to be interesting. First of all, are we able to... So if I did this... That... Okay, good. So if I continue the pattern here until it gets to here, well, we actually need to see where this actually leads up to. So that's there, to... No, not that one. You misclicked. There we go. This one. Basically, the way that each end of the row works is you go 8, so you have that kind of pattern, then 9, then 4, then 5. So basically, the face that you're looking at increases and decreases in size for every distance that you go. Oh, I didn't, did I? Hey, look everybody, it's a new ship that I've just destroyed, because of course it is. Right, continue. I've done it again. I don't like the new building system. Well, no, there are things I like and things I don't like about it. One of the things I don't like about it is how annoying it is to use. So that is in line with that, and basically that goes in a picture of this. Okay. No, not that one. Okay. So continuing the pattern that we've got, I'm just going to do the edge bit. Okay. So that should be aligned, and then just need to add this. Okay, I'll turn on the shipyard in just a second. Shipyard. Construction on. In probably like 5 seconds, and then it should do the thing that it needs to do. If you want to time that, I wouldn't. But that's your choice. I'm going to get rid of this block since it's not needed. And it won't get welded anyway because it's part of a separate entity. Okay, so we get down to here. And then I guess it's just straight from here. So just these usual regular ones that aren't curved in. Yeah, that should work. So basically we go up to here. We're going to have a lot of space for this bridge. And everything else that needs to be on this kind of section. Because that's going to be useful. Right, so you fill in, and then we've got this thing coming out here. So I just need to get it in the right position. There we go, that's in the right position. And come on. There, okay. So basically what we do now is we extend this way. Come on. Right. Okay. And then all we need to do is fill in this, and that should be good. Okay, the next bit that we need to work out is how we're going to do this corner to here, because that's going to be absolutely hilarious to do. Now, the problem is going to be... So, if we go from the bottom here, is that lined up? That should be lined up, yes. So if we go from the bottom here, I need to flip this around so it's the right angle. Okay, and then we continue going like this. No, you stupid piece of... Okay, how far are we away? So what we do now, this is my solution by the way, we go over to here and we get these. The regular slopes. See where they intersect and cut it off there. Okay, so it kind of goes flat and then a bit more sharply, and then it goes into the bridge area. So that's how that bottom area is going to work, noting that we duplicate everything on this side to there, and now the only thing that we need to do now is sort out this corner, and then I can do the hull the way that I want to. So yeah, this is going to be really difficult. We could act it like two corners, so we could have a corner here, and then we can have a, and then, oh god, this is really annoying. Right, I'm going to try out a few things, and I'll be back in a second once I have found something that will work and not look absolutely terrible. Okay, so I found a crude method of doing it. I extended the bottom here by 2 blocks, and therefore it would fit in with the 2x1 ramp kind of thing. And then the corner section, I basically did a bunch of the corner segments. That's it. The only problem is that we have this kind of jutting out bit, but I think that's going to be fine, really. So just having a look from the right hand side, I can't remember if that's port or starboard anymore. We basically have this kind of bridge section. I'm probably going to put windows in this bit because windows are useful, or I might put them a bit higher. I'll definitely put windows on the top, I'll put windows on the side, I'll put windows on the front, but I don't want it too windowy, otherwise, you know, we're not going to be able to place anything that's stylish. So, in between next episode and in between this episode and next one, I will do the rest of the hull, probably add windows as well, and then we will work on the interior of the bridge and also the interior of this section here, which is going to be part of the bridge section but is not actually part of the bridge. Until then, my name is Zero Jake. End transmission.